Hey y'all, hey, come on in the room, come on in the room. Matter of fact, let's just do that together, shall we? If you're watching this live, welcome. My name is Latoya Dixon Smith. I am the creator of the iconic Woman Oracle. We will get into a card pull today, but as you can see from the title of this live stream, my body is in a natural state of like wanting to rest and recharge, reset, so that hopefully by next week I can reemerge with more energy than I have right now. Shout out to the female body. It is Red Week for me right now. Shout out to my cycle sisters who are also synced. We are synced with the new moon. We have a new moon coming up on September the 2nd, I believe. So yeah, this week for me has absolutely been filled with energy. And now it is time to go back into my cave, rest. I've been in the bed all morning. Again, so that, you know, it's a more reflective state. Hey, Ronnie. It's a more reflective period of rest. But I know usually what comes from this rest is clarity. That was actually a card pull that we had earlier this week. There were two cards that came out. Rest can breed clarity. But I want us to do some breath work together. I did this with someone this week as well, and they found it to be helpful. So if you're watching this live, hopefully you're watching from a place where you are comfortable and you can be seated, preferably not driving or operating heavy machinery or anything like that. But let's breathe together really quick, okay? So I want you to get comfortable. I'm sitting down on the ground. For me, that's just helpful so that I can really get grounded. If you want to sit in a chair, that's fine too. But I want us to first take 3 deep cleansing breaths, and we're going to do that in through our nose and expel the air out through our mouths with an audible okay, let's do that. You can close your eyes while you do this. Also, just so you know, I do have some frequencies playing on my TV next to me, so if you hear some like sounds, that's what that is. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Notice in your body where you have any tension or discomfort. Go ahead and adjust to bring balance back into that part of your body. I want you to feel what's beneath you, whether it's a chair that you're sitting on, or it might be the floor that you're sitting on. Just feel it supporting you from underneath you. And as you get comfortable in the space that you're in, I want you to take with me 3 deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. Take your time with each one. There is no rush here. We are just allowing our body to relax and get into more of a relaxed state so that we can clear our minds, set our focus and intention. So we'll do that second deep breath in through the nose, out in the mouth. One last time with me, in the nose. And just come back to your natural breathing rhythm. Just go back to what feels most comfortable and natural for you as you're breathing. For some of us, we've had a very energetic, some of us stressful week. So maybe this is the first opportunity that you've taken or that you are taking to slow down and to just get connected with your breath without any distractions, without any need to fill the space with busyness or activity. But we just give gratitude to this moment just so that we can be here and be now, and be present. The next thing I want you to do in your mind's eye is to imagine you are in a comfortable and safe space. This could be your favorite place to visit. It could be a place that you'd like to visit. It could be a place that doesn't exist, that you have created in your mind, but everything about this place feels like home. It feels like love. It feels safe. You feel protected. And as you imagine this space, I want you to see in your mind's eye what is beneath you, what's above you, what's in front of you, and next to you on either side of you. And as you imagine what you see in your mind's eye in this space that you're in, you become even more relaxed. You find yourself loosening up any tension that you have in your neck, your shoulders, in your mouth, in your forehead, in your hands, your jaw. You just feel a natural desire to just let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to inside of your body right now. And as you get more deep into this relaxed state, I want you to imagine that there is a bright light emerging towards you. But it doesn't bring about fear. The closer it gets to you, the warmer you feel. The closer it gets to you, the more relaxed you feel. There is a familiarity with this light that is making itself present. And wherever you are right now, if you have a question, if you have a piece of clarity that you need or that you want and that you desire, I want you to lay it down right in front of you wherever it is that you are. Lay it down in front of you. Put it at your feet. And I want you to imagine the light hovering over whatever it is you just laid down. It hovers over it. And it embraces whatever that is that you just laid down. Imagine that light picking up whatever it is that you just put down and carrying it away. And as the light goes off into the distance, you still feel its presence. You still feel that sense of warmth and safety and love. You feel an embrace, but you also feel lighter. Take a deep breath here with me right now, in through your nose. I want you to once again just take stock of what is around you, what's beneath you, what's beside you in your mind's eye. And I want you to remember this space. I want you to remember how this felt, for 5 minutes, just to breathe and be present, show up for yourself, and the lightness that comes from laying down your burdens. And when you get ready, I want you to slowly orient yourself back into the space and the room that you're in. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, you can stretch your neck. Whatever you need to do to bring back that awareness to your body. Slowly open up your eyes. Welcome back. Hey y'all, I don't know who is joining me and who's been watching through that, but I hope that if you were joining me and if you were participating, that you do feel a sense of calm, you do feel a sense of peace, you do feel a sense of rest. I love doing, to me, I do those quite often, especially different visualizations depending on what I need at the moment. I do a variation of that depending on what the request is. But I know for me in this moment, it just needed to strictly be about rest. It wasn't about seeing a message and deciphering the message. Sometimes that I do these types of visualizations for that reason too. I want to remind you that I'm also burning the Mystic Candle from Amaluna Botanica. This has been like my favorite candle to burn when I am pulling cards, when I am meditating, when I need some quiet space. Smells delicious. It has scent notes of ginger, water lily, sandalwood, and amber. And as a reminder, for the first 50 decks that are purchased from the Iconic Moment Oracle, you will receive your very own version of the Mystic Candle. So let me know, y'all, who is watching this live with me, and let me know, also, if you're watching the replay, let me know if you were able to join me for the visualization and what that felt like for you before we pull these cards. I'll pull a card. Ooh, I'm going to adjust. I need to sit upright. Who do we have live? Who's here with me? Let me know that you're here. I love for this to be a dialogue, a conversation. But I just want to know who's in the room with me right now. Okay. As I wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards. Oh boy. Let's see what we got here. Aha. We have a new card that I haven't yet pulled on the live stream. So, yay. We have the Bravery card. Bravery. I face my fears to find power, liberation, and limitless possibilities. I face my fears to find power, liberation, and limitless possibilities. Okay. Let's get into this card because there's a lot about this card that even for me is just coming up. And I'm just going to share, I guess I'll share what is coming up for me, and maybe it is helpful for anyone who's watching. So background on this card, it is inspired by a fellow boudoir photographer, Melissa Freeman of Trashy Betty Photography. Melissa specializes in vintage and pinup boudoir. So if that is the type of session that you are looking for, I highly recommend that you go see her. She is a wonderful human, gorgeous, of course, and also the inspiration behind the Bravery card. So one thing I have learned through Melissa is to embrace all aspects of yourself, even the dark side, right? I envisioned this card with her standing at the base of a waterfall, which is funny because this week when Lona, who was a guest of mine with the card pool, when Lona described how she imagined, like what she imagined like being her environment while smelling this candle, she said she imagines herself like in a cave with water running from a waterfall. So this is actually pretty cool. But bravery is the word that we chose for her card. I face my fears to find power, liberation, and limitless possibilities. For me, bravery is the key to a lot of big motion, big moves. You know, I only commit myself depending on what my energy is like, because I already told y'all, like I'm in my body's like, girl, lay down and rest. So on days like this and in moments like this, when my energy isn't very high, and I'm listening to my body when it's calling for the need to rest, I'm only giving like 1% more than I did the day before. If that, I might even just give what I've got. Okay. But when I am in a space of, hey, Lauren, I did create these cards. Yes, I did. But when I'm in a space where I know I need big shift, I need a big motion to like knock out foolishness, fears, and limiting beliefs, it's going to require bravery. It's going to require bravery. I was talking to a friend yesterday about this, and I feel like it has just become a part of my brand, I guess, like not even just like a business brand, like my personal brand of moving with boldness, unapologetically. And when you do that, it just helps to like topple those dominoes without having to expend like so much energy that it just depletes you. But it's also recognizing when to move forward with bravery, when to face your fears, when you are ready to face those fears, to seek that power, to get that power that you're looking for. Bravery is like, I know this is not something that I currently am embodying, but I want to. And I want to so much so that I'm willing to look my darkness in its eye. Excuse me, can you wait for me upstairs, please? I'm busy right now. No, just wait for me. Just wait. Thank you. Get some fruit. I'm not arguing with you on this live stream right now. Go do what I said now. Thank you. Okay, back to the card. I face my fears to find power, liberation, and limitless possibilities. For me, I see it as, if I can do it, you can too. If I can do it, you can too. Bravery isn't something that is just for special people. Bravery is for anyone who is willing, again, to look your fear in the eye and to tell your fear, like, who is in control? I am in control of my experiences. And I know that I don't want to continue to move being timid, being afraid, being out of control, being powerless. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to alchemize that fear into possibility. We don't give ourselves enough credit sometimes, y'all. We really don't. We don't give ourselves enough credit to how quickly we can make things happen once we decide. It's all about the decision. Being decisive can do a lot more than just like, okay, well, now that I've got all my resources and my tools, now I can do the thing. It's like, no, I'm just, in this moment, I'm just going to decide that this is what I'm going to do. And the energy of being certain and being convicted about how you want to move and the fact that you do want to move at all is really like the hardest part. It's really the hardest part. So this is why I love this card, is because there's still a lot of uncertainty with bravery. We don't know what's going to happen. It's still kind of like, ooh, you might still be scared. Knowing when to stop your life at the speed of a cruise ship and start turning it. Yeah. And that's scary to do, right? Because depending on how big your ship is and how much you got in motion, you got a lot of things you got to consider when you're trying to like move on a dime. It can be scary. It can be scary. I get scared all the time, y'all. All the time. What helps me in moving through fear is knowing that I'm probably just scared of myself. I'm probably just scared of my own power. Because if I can imagine this thing changing for me, if I can imagine it, if I can visualize it, and if I can already see like what I want, it can happen. I'm scared of my own power sometimes, but that's what bravery is. You have to know that the power that's within you to see these limitless possibilities exist and just decide that it's just going, one way or another, it's going to happen. However the cookie crumbles, I'm going to be there and I'm going to stand there and I'm coming out on top. Like there's literally no other, like we talked about this yesterday with Tori, like there's no other way this story is going to go except me winning. And that's it. That's it and that's all. There's no other way I want this story to unfold. There's no other way I am writing this narrative other than I am going to win. And I'm still going to win even when I have to move, it's going to be scary to do. I got to find some bravery in there. Where does it come from? Where does bravery come from? Where does bravery come from? You might want to answer that. It's not an easy question to answer. I don't have the answer to that question in a way that, you can just take notes and say, okay. For me, bravery comes from all of my previous experiences. It comes from knowing that I am supported. I'm looking over here because I do have an ancestral altar up here. My ancestors support me. I listen to their stories. I talk to my living ancestors about my ancestors that have transitioned and ask them about how they handled challenging situations, compromising situations, scary situations, how they move to find their own power, how they move to seek their own liberation, how they move to make possibilities out of nothingness, seemingly. I find bravery in that because I know that if it's within the people who were responsible for bringing and giving me life, that I know I've got it too. And sometimes you just have a knowing. Sometimes you just have that intuition. Like, I don't really know what this next step is, but I can feel that this is how I need to move. And I just need to trust it. Not sure what's going to happen. I got a lot riding right now, but I know I can't stay here. It might be comfortable to stay where you're at. Comfortable to a degree, right? It's familiar. It's not really comfortable. It's uncomfortable, but it's familiar. And we know how to deal with the familiar. We just do what we've always done. But when it's time to do something new, do something different, face your fear, challenge yourself in ways that you never challenged yourself before, how do you respond? That's where you really, when you pull this bravery card, you just know. Do the hard, scary thing. They say eat the frog. Do the thing. Face your fears to find power, liberation, and limitless possibilities. So if you're watching this right now, and if you are at that crossroads where you are facing that decision, just know you already know what you need to do. You already know what you need to do. Okay? that is our card pull for the day. Shout out to Melissa Freeman of Trashy Betty Photography. Thank you so much for being the iconic woman that you are and for inspiring this card. Be brave, y'all. Once again, the Iconic Woman Oracle is now on pre-order. Decks will start to ship a month from tomorrow. And I've still got some ways to go before I hit my goal. I'm currently 13 decks in, so if you would like to purchase a deck, I will drop the link below. As a reminder, this 44 card deck will come in this nice convenient carrying pouch, as well as the gift of the Mystic Candle from Amaluna Botanica. Y'all have a great day. I hope that you have taken what we've done today in this live, starting with the breath work, starting with the visualization, paired with the card that we pulled, to just make amazing stuff happen. Be iconic. That is the whole point of this deck. I want you to pull this deck out when you are just sick of your own stuff. You are ready to just have amazing stuff move and happen in your life. Maybe you're in a place where it's very stagnant, or you're in a space where you just need some guidance. It's like you need to help yourself. Help me help you. I want you to pull out this deck. Pull out this deck. There's so much that can happen in this internal dialogue with you to you, but I also recommend that you create a practice of it. Don't just do it when you're in a crisis. Make a habit of it. One of the best things that I've learned about having a practice with Oracle and even Tarot, because I've got some Tarot cards in here too, is that the more you use them, the better relationship you have with your cards. The better relationship you have with your cards, the better relationship you have with yourself and your own psyche. That's all we're doing here. We are just having a conversation with ourselves. And typically whatever comes up for you is what you need to know in that moment. But it's not something that I necessarily planted into you. It was already there. This is a tool for trusting yourself. This is a tool for building your own intuition. So if that is something that you're interested in, there you go. All right. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Let me know if you have any questions. Also, for those of you who are on my Greenville Boudoir email list, you know that today is the last day to get an early bird ticket for the Spooky Bitch Soiree. Tickets will go up $50 tomorrow. I am so excited because I see Nina will also be there. But yeah, it's just going to be a good time with your baddie friends. We've got some vendors who are going to share some potions and some other natural healing and nature inspired medicine with us. So make sure you go grab your ticket. I'll also share that below here. Other than that, you'll have an amazing long weekend. I will see you here tomorrow. I'm going to go take a nap. Love you. Bye.